This is Canadian Retro. Welcome back to my channel. I've got another pickups video here for you. Things have been going pretty well lately. I keep finding stuff. Some of these things are not like super great or anything like that. Some of them I think are pretty great. Some of them you might think are amazing. So I thought I'd show them off and you can be your own judge as to how well I did today. The first place that I stopped off at, I found Transformers, the game, for PlayStation 2. And it is in really good condition. The disc itself is not too bad. It's got a few like swirl scratches and things like that on it, but it's definitely a playable disc. So I'm not too worried about it not working or anything like that. But yeah, for $4, not too bad of a find. The next game actually has quite a bit more valuable. It's a newer game. It's for PlayStation 3. But again, I paid $4 for this game, and it is You Don't Know Jack. I love the You Don't Know Jack series. I used to play it back in the day on PC. One of my roommates actually showed me and got me really pumped about it. I didn't even know about it. And then she showed this to me and she's like, this is a game I play. And she wasn't even a gamer. And she's like, I really enjoyed this. She showed it to me on her computer in university. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. And then it came out for PlayStation 1, and when it came out for PlayStation 1, I got it back in the day. It's gone now. I don't have that game anymore for PlayStation 1, but just a little while ago, it came out for Xbox 360 and PS3, and I picked up the 360 version when it came out, and I was just glad to find this one for $4. For the PS3, I couldn't really turn it down, and I know that it's valued much higher than that, so I'm pretty happy to add this to my PS3 collection. The next place that I go to that's right down the street from that thrift shop is a Salvation Army. It's the one that I'm usually saying, hey, they have nothing there, and I don't even know why I go in there, but I'm glad I went in there today. I went in there with very low expectations of the place just because, you know, there's basically nothing there ever. When they do have stuff, I've explained it in other videos, but when they do have stuff, they put it on auction, and the prices are just astronomical. It's not really good for me as a collector. I'm not going to buy it at that price. So I just go in there just because it's close to the other one. I don't really think I'm going to find anything. I've said that, and then recently I've actually found a couple things here and there. So I'm going to keep checking the place because today actually it turned out pretty well. The way this unfolded is actually kind of interesting. There's nothing in the store. I looked through all the CDs. There's a couple PlayStation 1 games that were empty cases because somebody stole them, which is always one of my pet peeves. I was taking a look around or whatever, and I just couldn't really find anything in the store that interests me. And as I'm about to leave, I'm walking past the sorting area, and I kind of glance in, and there's a lady that's starting to price things on a cart to bring it out, put it on the floor. And I look over, and lo and behold, there's stuff on the actual cart that I need to get my hands on. So I kind of sat there for a minute because there was a couch, you know, they had their couches sitting right by that area. And I sat down for a minute, and I was kind of waiting for her because she was standing at the cart, and then she kind of went away, and she came back. And as she was coming back, I just said, hey, you know, there's things on that cart there. When's that coming out? Because there's some things there that I really want to buy. And I don't like to bother these people. I know you're not really supposed to shop off the carts in these places, so sometimes they can give you a little bit of attitude when you start doing those kind of things. But I kind of picked the lady that I thought was the nicest. Like, she had the biggest smile on her face the whole time while she was doing her job. So I was like, that's my girl right there. I'm going to talk to her. So when I said, you know, when's that cart coming out, she's like, hey, you know what, come on in and I'll price them right now for you, and you can, you know, take them up to the counter sort of deal. And I was like, that's great. And so I walked over, and she's like, what are you interested in here? And I said, there's a couple games, and I'm also interested in this other item, which I'll show you right now. So she priced them right in front of me. So I was pretty happy with that. I was just happy that she invited me back there actually to get these things. The first item and I'm always picking these up. So when I see them, if they're cheap, so you know, laugh if you want to, but one day they'll come in handy when everybody else is fries, and that's a Xbox 360 power supply. So it's the old style one for the white model. You know, it has also the AV cable with it. So it's like, I'm assuming it was in the older style one because it doesn't have it does not the HDMI cable with it. It's the, you know, high definition style one. It's kind of hard to show you, but has all the, you know, the different connectors. So it's not HDMI, but it's the high definition component type one. So that's pretty cool though, because I've got different systems. They all work, but they all take different kind of power supplies, because there's two Xbox 360 white console type power supplies, which really sucks because you never know kind of what you're getting unless you actually look at the numbers on it and things like that. So I'm really glad to pick these up when I can. And for $5, you can't really blame me anyways for doing that. But the items that originally caught my eye, that sort of caught my eye after the fact, which is surprising because it's way bigger than the items I actually saw, which tells me I had my hunting eyes on or something like that, because I know what I'm looking for, was a couple of original NES games. So the first one that I picked up, and I don't even know why I bought it because I already have it in numerous times, and if you're a collector, you probably have it in numerous times too, and that's Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, but I got it for $2. I know it's worth probably double that, so I said, you know what, I might as well get it. You know, worst comes to worst, I'll just make like a massive monument out front of my house and screw all of them together or something, and pour some concrete on it or something like that, and, you know, make a monument in my front yard to Mario Bros. But yeah, so I picked that one up, but it came with also for $2 this game right here, and it's the Blues Brothers. And I know this is definitely a more valuable game than that other one. I didn't have this one in my collection. I don't know how rare it is. I don't generally see this, like when I'm looking at lots and things on eBay, I don't usually see this title, so I'm really happy to pick it up. It came with the sleeve for $2. You can't beat it at all. The next place I stopped at was that newer place that in my previous video I said I hadn't really been to a lot because I didn't even know it existed. It's called Thalys. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not even sure if that's certain, but I picked up some Sega Genesis titles there. Now none of these are really going to impress you, but they're somewhat impressive to me because A, I never find Genesis titles anywhere, and if I do, they're loose, and if I do, they're all sports titles anyways, and I've been trying to avoid sports titles, but today I was just feeling the vibe, and actually one of the games I really wanted to add to my collection consists of like 4 or 5 games right now, so this almost doubles it. So I'm just happy to actually get some maybe filler titles, just so I'll have something to look at on the shelf anyways. I paid $3 for each of these games, and the first one that I'll show you is Sports Talk Baseball. Actually has the hang tab on it, but that's pretty groovy right there for sure. It's really dusty condition, but I'll be able to clean that up, no problem. And these all look like they did the rental circuit kind of thing, because they're all missing their manuals and they just got lots of different stickers on them. But if you take a look at the cartridge, it's not too bad at all actually. It's not really scratched up. You know, there's not a lot of like label wear and things like that on it, so that's pretty good. And for $3, I thought, hey, why not? Just because finding Genesis titles is really hard for me. The next one is another sports title. It's College Football 95. And this one here is actually complete. The manual is not in really great shape. It's actually quite beat up and it's really full of stickers. But cartridge, again covered in stickers, but that's what Goo Gone is for, so no big deal. It's in good shape. Probably protected by all the different stickers that are on it. So like I said, the manual is in there, and it also came with a poster which has all the plays and things like that on it. So that's kind of cool right there. I'm pretty happy to get that. You know, for $3 to get that in there as well, it's pretty good deal. The next title, another sports title, I seem to be, you know, I have baseball, I have football, and now I have basketball. So it's NBA Live 96. Looks pretty good, you know. Check out some of those graphics on the back. Pretty nice. No manual, but the cartridge is in there. And that cartridge looks pretty decent. Again, covered in rental stickers and things like that. But contacts look good. Label looks great. So pretty happy to add that, you know, into my library for $3. Can't beat it. Well, I'm sure you could beat it, but you know what I mean. Another one that I paid $3 for, and is a game that is a sports title, but it's a sports series that I've really enjoyed in the past, and I'm glad to get this one complete in the box, and that is NHL 94. And it's covered in stickers again and things like that, but it'll clean up nice, I'm pretty sure anyways. The manual is pretty much beat to death. There isn't a whole lot I can do about fixing that one up. It's ripped and torn and a variety of other things, covered in stickers and falling apart. But at least it's in there. It's better than no manual at all. And the cartridge is in pretty decent shape as well. Small nick in the label right about here. I don't know if you can see that, but covered in a few stickers. But again, I'll Google on those off and I'll have NHL 94, and I'm looking forward to playing that. So that's pretty great all around. The next place that I stopped at was a Value Village, and this is the Value Village that I don't usually find a whole ton of good things at. Sometimes I do, but usually things are a little bit overpriced, and I think this was a little bit overpriced, but as far as its value, it's basically, I paid what its value is, and it's Fighter Maker 2 for PlayStation 2. And this is actually in really good shape, like the manual for sure is in great shape. The disc itself is blue, but it seems to be in fairly decent shape. It's got a few minor scratches and things like that, but it looks playable. So, you know, pretty happy to add Fighter Maker 2 to my collection. Looks kind of interesting title. I've never really played it before, so really. I went to a Value Village and I did a lot better because they tend to keep their more valuable stuff in glass cases there. The prices, of course, are a little higher than a thrift place, even though they are a type of thrift shop. But I was pretty happy that I went to this one because I did pick up a few items, so I'll show you those now. The first game I wanted to show you is Power Play Tennis, so another sports title. But I paid $3 for it. You can see the price right there. And it's not complete, but it does have the precautionary booklet and the game. So labels look pretty good and everything like that. Game looks kind of interesting, and tennis games can be a little bit fun there because they're more like pick up and play type games. So pretty happy to add that one into the collection. I also picked up a couple of PSP titles. The first one is Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it was $4.99. So I'll open that up now because I haven't actually looked inside, which I probably should have done, but they cover over the opening. So there's the disc right there, and the manual and all that is in here as well. So that's pretty good right there. Disc is probably in good shape. I don't really want to take the time right now to open it up, but that was the first title. The second one is Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, and again I paid $4.99 for that one. Sorry, $4.99, and I will open that one up right now too and take a look. It has the manual. I can kind of tell that ahead of time. You can just tell from the weight of it, and there's the disc as well. So I know in previous videos I'm like, oh, I don't really collect for handhelds that much, but I'm starting to build kind of a collection of them, just by the fact that these are the things that I'm running into. So pretty happy though to add those. Those are pretty good titles. They had other titles there as well. They had a bunch of Game Boy Advance games and things like that, but they were all kind of kiddie titles or just like really cheap stuff. I'm sure they were probably 99 cents, but you know, I'm just not really interested in you know, like Lizzie McGuire titles and stuff like that. I don't care. I won't pick them up. I just refuse to. I don't think they have any value anyways. But one title that was sitting there that is a Game Boy Color game that was actually boxed is Test Drive Cycles. So pretty good looking game. I don't have a Game Boy Color to actually test it out on, but it is in there. So there it is right there. And the manual and things like that are in here. So pretty pumped on that. It's a pretty good item, and I paid $3.99 for this one, so pretty happy to add that into my collection. Basically that concludes my pickups for today. That was all the stuff that I got. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. I know it's kind of a long video, but a lot of different things to show you there. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, please comment down below, and please thumbs up this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.